I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. I'm on it.
Hey, Freak Show! You're going nowhere!
We'll do it live! Fuck it!
Welcome back, kids and coaches, to another episode of West of Nowhere. I am Levi.
And I'm Shane.
All right. Pause for effect.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Turn, look at the camera. I'm Shane.
Yeah. Oh, are we doing like a 90s sitcom where we're like...
What? I didn't see you there.
Fucking names flash across the screen and like
I'll
bright yellow
be
font.
there for you.
Yeah, Full House just... Man, I mean, if you're listening to this, you should probably go watch the video so you can see how funny we are in person. Oh, man. Yeah, so how was, you had a cornhole tournament today. How'd you do?
Fifth.
Fourth
Not,
or fifth?
I can't remember. Yeah, no, it wasn't. I wasn't doing great today. Not gonna lie.
Not your best day?
No, dude, I don't know what it is, man. Like, some days you just start throwing, like especially in a tournament setting, you start throwing and like everything's just working out for you. It's coming out of your hand right, hits the board the way you want it to. And then other days it's like you've never played before.
Yeah. It happens to me pretty much most of the time, but except for that one time when I won a work thing. What's up?
Oh, sorry, no, we have a new subscriber, and I just realized I didn't get like a notification about it.
Oh, on YouTube?
No, on Patreon. We have a new Patreon.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, read them off.
All right. Well, we would like to thank Ada Pacino, Tony Burgess, Natalie Tacarante, Mark Stadler, Kylie Gangwish, Colby Jordan, Chantel, Jeremy Brazzers, Colton Zamersla, because he's never on this list, so I have to fucking remember his name. And then TJ Jonak. TJ Jonak, okay.
Jonak. I don't know. Well, hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
TJ is the recent convert that I was telling you about before we started recording.
Is he the one that fell asleep with his phone in his hand?
He 100% is.
Oh my god, that was so awesome.
Yeah, they do that a lot. Too.
Impressive.
Both of them, him and his wife. They're pretty impressive people.
Oh man, well, welcome.
Yeah. So like I was kind of telling you before, yesterday we took a trip. They went to Canada, to Niagara Falls on vacation.
Nice.
And then drove back and came and stopped and saw me and Jeremy, and we went to the Mall of America yesterday and spent good half the day there. But on the way there, he's like, you know what? I haven't listened to your podcast yet. Like, you want to listen to it? And so we did, and it was fun because I got some instant feedback on the show, which was nice because I personally, I don't listen to it on my own except for when I'm editing.
Yeah.
Like and I'm sure like you just listen to little snippets while you're kind of lining everything up and whatnot, but that's kind of all I do too now is like, I might try to mark things like for the fades in for the video, but I don't sit there and go, I'm going to listen to it today, but I didn't mind it because it was nice to kind of like a group activity instead of just being me, but it was a good time, and so, welcome.
Yeah, TJ, I know you're listening now since you were an Ultimate Power or an Unlimited Power member.
Yeah.
You can, I don't know if Levi told you this, you can tell us shit you want us to talk about. If there's a story you want us to talk about that you don't think's getting enough, then tell us, and it'll be on the next episode. On top of that, with you being a $10 member, if you want to come on the show, then get ready. You know what I mean? Because
he did ask about it. He's like, if you ever want me, I'm like, yeah, that'd be fun. Just talking shit, like, yeah.
I mean, if you go back through our, hours and hours of me and Levi just, waxing poetic about random things, you'll notice that Mark, one of the only other few Unlimited Power members, is on the show a lot. So
yeah, that's one of the episodes we listened to, was the 100th Century.
Dude, that was a wild ass name.
I think the reason there's like no views on that one is because it's like, what is happening? In that title, but, which is okay, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, with that, you know, if you want to be a Patreon person, and go to our link tree in the description, and the description, and if you're already, you know, if you're on YouTube, it's in the description there too. Otherwise, it's linktr.ee/WOKPOD. And you can find all the links there. You can get to the YouTube if you're interested in looking at us. We got some comments. Kylie going hard in the paint. She's back, baby. Her first comment is about the graduation story. The Indigenous American whose like feather got basically ruined by the principal and whoever else trying to remove it.
Mm-hmm.
She said, "That poor graduate, I feel so bad for her," with the crying emoji. She also said, "Fuck TurboTax." And then in lieu with the tax thing, she said, "Tax the church, the deficit of America would level out in a year."
Oh. See, I'm so glad, because I was reading the comments, and when she said that about taxing the church, I was like, did we go hard about taxing the church? And
yeah. Oh, like she was like in response, like, tax the church? Like, that's what you want to do? Or what?
No, I was just saying, look, she just said it out of nowhere, and I don't remember us talking about taxing the church, right? So like her comment didn't.
The Mormon church. Right? Remember they had that whole like,
that hedge fund,
trust fund, or hedge fund.
Okay.
Trust fund.
See, I thought it was another from last week when that guy was
the red carpenter ants.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah, he
thank
still
you.
hasn't like messaged me or anything.
I
trying
know.
to tell me what it was, so it's okay. We'll figure it out.
I'm also upset that I know that there's enough people that listen to the show. There's 27 views on YouTube, right? If all of you left 2 comments, someone would have got a free t-shirt.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
50 comments, someone in the comments gets a free t-shirt.
Yeah.
It just seems too easy.
I will say that 93% of the people that watch that video are subscribed, so that's good. That's
Hell
a good
yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, going down the comments, Kylie says, "Okay, I love hearing the actual statistics on Mr. Beast and his organization via your Mr. Beast story." Yeah, and then she said, "LMAO, sideways laugh crying emoji, regular laugh crying emoji. Yes, I'll bring Elliot and some candles."
Oh yeah, because I said that we'd move them in.
Yeah.
Dude, hey, look, if this podcast takes off, we're going to need more people to help. We're probably going to need someone to write a script for us because we suck at that apparently.
Yeah.
But, if it takes off, we're buying a small village, we're all moving in together, and then you have to then you can witness,
you can watch it live action.
That too. And you can just witness the shit show that is, me and Levi on a regular basis,
Yeah.
You can catch me outside with no shirt on, taking the trash cans to the side of the road,
How about that?
Yeah, you can actually, you can catch me practicing cornhole, and maybe come get some pointers.
That's what we need to do. We need to start OnlyFans of you playing cornhole, shirtless in slow motion.
I think people would pay me to put my.
Somebody will be into it.
I think they'll pay me to put my clothes back on.
You think?
I'd be willing to bet.
I'm sure there's somebody that would pay you to keep them off. There's got to be. There's at least one person that would be like.
See, I think we could do I think if I convince Natalie, she could do it. You know what I mean? Like she could just play. All she does in her OnlyFans is play cornhole in her bikini. She'd probably rake in money.
100%.
But this guy, it's not happening.
You'll get money. It'll just be from like large sweaty dudes named Randy, and like, that'll be your.
I'll sell him my underwear that I play cornhole in.
Well, remember that story we did of the girl with her bathwater?
Yeah,
you could sell your cornhole sweat.
Bella another.
Bella Dolphin. Wait,
Bella Delphine. Yeah, something Delphine.
Delphine. Yeah,
she does
Bella Lugosi.
I don't know either, but she definitely does that. She still does crazy shit. She's still in the news doing wild stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, so you could sell your sweat. It'd be cornhole boy sweat.
Dude, Beanbag boys for life, dude.
Beanbag boys for life. Let's go. Okay, so we have one more comment. And
Okay.
it's from someone named Russell, who says, "How have I never heard of these guys? Question mark. They are hilarious and cover stories I hadn't heard of!" Exclamation point.
Nice.
You're welcome. The reason you haven't heard of us is because not enough people share us like they're told. No. Yeah. We gotta kick the algorithm. We're almost at 50 subscribers on the YouTube, so if we can... I feel like once you kind of hit into a certain threshold, you start to get a little easier. I think maybe 50 subscribers would be a little nice.
That's what I'm
kind of kicking us in the...
That's what I'm saying, man. And the comments help too, and the likes.
Comments help. Yeah. I mean, if you look at it, like we got, 5, 6 comments on this one, 27 views, and then, we have episode from 3 weeks ago, 3 comments, 13 views. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Comment on the things. We talk about enough stuff that people have opinions on that you should be like, yeah, you know what, I think so, or this, blah, blah, blah.
Or are you with us?
Interact with us.
If you disagree. Levi loves when you disagree. Loves it. Call him out in the next, and call him out in this week's episode, right? When you see this, you get on here and say, Levi says something you don't like, call him out, dude. He will, the following week, he will lose his mind on the episode.
Oh, my God. I don't know about that. Well, especially not now that I'm going to see it coming.
Damn it. All right, so wait 2 weeks. And then call him out for something.
Wait till I forget.
And then call him out for something that happened 2 weeks prior.
Or, compliment me first and then disagree with me after.
There we go.
I'll be confused. I'll get sidetracked and distracted by it. Like, oh, what's happening? Okay. Well... Now that that's all over and done with, you ready to get into some shit?
Yeah.
I want to start this episode by playing a game that we used to play with Lycan. You remember the Urban Dictionary game we used to play?
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I heard this phrase, and then we started talking about it, and this is actually one of the things that TJ was talking to me about, and I was like, you know what, we used to do that. I'm gonna bring it up. So, what? Have you ever heard the phrase "give her the onion"?
Give her the onion?
Yeah.
Is that where you peel back who you are too fast?
No.
Oh, okay.
You got any other guesses of what it could be?
Give her the onion. Do you maybe finish in a condom and then throw it at her?
No. That would be funny though, but no. Okay, so this is what it means, and this is the context in which I was told it, because this guy was working with TJ at one point, and he's like a really reserved dude, and he finished it working on a job, and he's like, really gave her the onion, you know what I'm saying? He's like, fucking what? What?
No, yeah, I don't know what you're saying.
I guess it's supposed to so. According to Urban Dictionary, the first definition is to go all out with no fucks given. Second definition is when you floor your car, smash the gas, pedal to the metal kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the third definition is you give it to your girl sexually so good that she starts to cry, similarly to chopping an onion and tearing. And then number 4, your car is so badass and so fast that you whiplash your girl into crying tears of joy over your magnificent beast of modern day machinery. So, yeah. Anyway, I was like, what the fuck? And I thought it would be fun to bring this little segment kind of back a little bit, because I wondered if you had heard it. And, at first to me, it was it sounded like something somebody was trying to say to be cool, but it was not a real thing, you know what I mean? Trying to make something, one of those weird sexual Urban Dictionary things up, from scratch kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really gave her the onion, you know what I'm saying? What? No. It's like when you fuck her too hard and she cries. Have you ever had sex before? What are you talking about right now?
I mean, since we're talking about this, I've given a girl an onion one time, apparently.
All right.
So let's just take this stroll real quick, because I feel like it's, whatever. So it was the first time I ever had sex with a girl.
Okay.
We had right after we had sex, she just started crying.
Jesus, that's sad about it, huh?
Yeah, it was. So it was. It was because the reason why. Yeah, I know, and it gets worse because it made me not want. It made me not want to have sex because I was like, if this is how it's gonna be, whatever. She was
Might as well just not do it,
right? Because one, she was like, I'm upset that I'm not a virgin anymore, and then she was like, two, you know, because her stepdad had died like maybe a month ago, and she was like, my stepdad would be so upset at me, and I was like, this is so much.
Yeah, you need therapy, lady. Like,
like your first two thoughts after having sex for the first time was, fuck, I'm upset I'm not a virgin, and damn, my dad is dead. Like, whoa, dude.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for both of you.
Yeah, and so like, I was
especially with it was your first time.
It was yes, it was it was both our first times. So like, obviously, it was not great, regardless.
Yeah,
but fuck, dude.
So you didn't really give her a onion because you were just fucking her so good. She's just kind of.
I'm just saying, I kind of gave her an onion though. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it. The sex is what made her cry.
Not because of how good it was, just because of the circumstance. Oh no. I mean, congrats, I guess. I don't know.
No, definitely not, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's that, I guess. Now we know what giving her an onion means. So I feel like there should be some merch involved in that thing.
Dude.
Give her an onion t-shirt.
Yes. Speaking of which, we have a merch website, you know? It's on our link tree.
It's at the top of the list, baby.
I mean, Levi has a one-of-a-kind shirt, but there's other stuff on the site, you know? How about leaving the comments if you guys want a Give Her the Onion shirt?
Yeah, let us know.
Boom.
Yeah. Boom. So in relation... Oh, wait.
Oh, I was going to say, do you ever feel like trends just kind of like come back on themselves? You know,
like internet trends or like what kind
of so you know how like nowadays with how like crazy social media is, every trend that's not actually new for the most part is like spun in a way of like, oh look, it's so new. Yeah,
they're trying to make it new and fresh, but it's like people have been doing that for a while now.
Yeah, have you heard of chroming?
Chroming?
So it's stupid. Like when I think of chroming, this is not what I thought of. But
I imagine doing the spray paint thing from Mad Max where they're like sucking paint.
So essentially, that's exactly what it is.
What?
That's 100%.
People are doing that?
Apparently, it's a new trend again, and it's all the rage. And now some 13-year-old girl lost her life from it.
Jesus, because she's huffing paint, essentially.
She was, yeah. So it says here, chroming involves inhaling toxic chemicals through the nose or mouth in order to get a temporary high, which everyone knows is just called huffing. Like, let's not fucking make it. I think that's the thing. Is like they just gave it a cooler name. You know what I mean? Because like huffing, chroming, gotcha.
Yeah.
Make that a meme, Kylie.
Yeah. Yeah. The fucking Drake one?
Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Huffing? Chroming? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, so yeah, some girl in Australia died from it.
Oh, good eye, mate.
Yeah, Ezra Hayes lost her life to the trend after inhaling chemicals from a deodorant can.
Why would you... Of all the things to huff, why a deodorant?
Yeah.
Or they wouldn't sell you the air cans for the computer?
I don't know. Like
I know that's dangerous too, but like, I feel
isn't
like
weed like legal most places now? Like a lot of places.
Yeah, and also you live in Australia. Can't you just like find a venomous snake and like drink its jizz or something, and then get high that way? Like
the venom.
I don't know. Be creative. No, it's jizz specifically.
Wait, really?
I don't know.
Oh, I was like, wait
or
a
like
second.
lick a toad, you know?
I was like, wait a second.
There's just like weird shit to do, but they're like, I'm gonna huff deodorant. Be original, you dumb pieces of shit.
Oh man,
you gotta be better than the people that came before you. You can't be worse. But I guess the people doing the goddamn Tide Pod challenge are the ones doing this. So what? Yeah, what does that tell you? Nothing good.
God damn.
Yeah.
So after Ezra inhaled that, she went into cardiac arrest,
I bet.
and then she spent a week and a half in the hospital before she died.
Here's the thing. If you went to public school in 2007 to 2000, I'd say probably 14.
That's fair.
And you knew kids who bathed in Axe body spray. You're telling me that they didn't inhale most of those fumes too? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You've met the kids who were like, I'm just gonna put on Axe, call it good. And that didn't, I don't know. I guess a direct inhale would probably be different, but that's, yeah. I don't know. Gross, I say. You want to hear a different trend?
Yeah, let's go.
that we could talk about?
I'm glad that it lined up perfectly.
Yeah, so I got a story about this TikToker who was filming himself entering strangers' homes for TikTok videos. He
Got his shit rocked.
No, he was fine. He just got arrested, and then they released him. After appearing your initial hearing for court.
Yeah.
He was fined and issued a criminal behavior order. And then he got, he had his court date. 2 days later, they rearrested him. They're like, you know what? Fuck it. We fucked up. Come back. But yeah, he would just film himself entering people's homes. And I think this is in London. Yeah. Which, I don't know.
So
obviously,
proof of a B&E?
Kind of, but it's like just a casual one. He's just walking in. He's not doing anything.
Yeah, but I mean,
he said the door was partially open and he just walked in like he was the police. He didn't say that last part, but
yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if it's illegal to just go, like, it's still called breaking and entering. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know how. Maybe in London it's not called that.
He just entered, but yeah, in like unlawful. Well, let's see what he was actually charged with, because when they arrested him, they're like, "Oh, this is what you're doing wrong," and failing to comply with a community protection notice is what he got rearrested for. But
wait a second.
Breach of a criminal behavior order. Yeah, that's the same fucking thing. Walking into someone's home without permission. That's just, I mean, it's trespassing, really, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so, yeah.
I need to know. Hold on.
What?
Do you actually have to break to get charged with breaking and entering? I need to know, because I don't think you do. I think.
Yeah. I don't know either.
Let's see. No.
Okay. So it's just basically just entering without permission. Like, I would think a forced entry would probably be your.
It says, for example, at least in America, for example, raising a window that has been left partially open would be considered breaking.
Okay, so where he entered a house that the door was partially open, if he pushed the door open anymore, he's considered breaking.
If he's not, yeah, if he wasn't invited in or knew the people, whatever the case may be, I guess not even know. If he wasn't invited in and someone didn't want him there, that's breaking and entering.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, anyway, don't fucking do that, because that's weird. I don't know.
That's so wild. There you go, dude. The more you know. Where's the rainbow?
Yeah. I don't know if we talked about it on the show or not, but did you ever watch the 1968 Romeo and Juliet in high school?
Like the one where they actually talk in iambic pentameter and shit? Like,
yeah, it was like a one for, like, it's, yeah, just the regular Romeo and Juliet old school film.
I know, but like the actual lines was the actual play.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah.
Yeah. It's not the one with Leo in it.
No, yeah. I mean, I've seen that one too, but yes, I've seen yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the last year, I think, the actors who played Romeo and Juliet, respectively,
got married.
They had filed a lawsuit over the fact that they were in a nude scene in this movie, and she was 15 and he was 16 at the time.
Oh.
Right? So they filed it, and then it has been dismissed. So yeah, their depiction could not be considered child pornography, is what they said. Like, I guess I don't know what they're citing, but they're like, yeah, no, that doesn't fit our definition. But
I think
last year, California had suspended a statute of limitations for child sex abuse.
yeah.
I'm
not googling that.
Yeah. So
I was
what?
I was about to Google the definition of child pornography, then I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because
I'm thinking we're just gonna let the article just be like, yeah, they figured it out, because I'm not gonna look it up either. But.
No, yeah, I was about to. I pulled up Google and I was like, oh no, I'm good. I don't want that in any part of my search history.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I was thinking that is because, like, obviously if they were 15 and 16 and they were nude and they were being filmed, that's kind of fucked up. But
right,
what was actually, I guess what was actually released, and I guess that's what they're dismissing.
Yeah.
But I think that what they should have talked about or asked a question or tried to find was the original footage, because if the original footage is fucked up, then then I feel like that's probably child pornography. You know what I mean? If they're 15 and 16, that's too young.
So they filed it in response to a re-release of the film.
Oh.
And
okay.
Yeah, so essentially they filed this thing. This is what the judge said, that the plaintiffs cherry-picked from the law and failed to provide legal authority for why it should apply to purported works of artistic merit, such as this film here. She quoted from an appeals court precedent that said child pornography is particularly repulsive, but not all images of nude children are pornographic, which I guess makes sense, because if you're like, you got a picture of your baby in the tub or whatever, like,
yeah, that's not,
like, if you're gonna get, you know what I mean? So I'm assuming that's where they're like, you didn't prove enough to where this is particularly repulsive, I guess is the main definition that they're going with.
Ooh,
which
okay, I like that.
Yeah,
because since you
that's
said
a good
that,
way to describe it.
no, it really is. Because since you said that, there's a picture that exists of me holding Emmett, and he's naked, but he's face down, and me and Tara both are kissing him in the picture.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah.
if you don't say repulsive, even though you don't see anything,
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that they clarified it has to be repulsive. But
right.
I still feel,
and that's California specifically too.
Yeah.
It could change state to state, and everybody's a little bit different. But I guess what they're trying to say here is, like, this is not in the same realm of what you're claiming it to be.
Yeah.
Whether everybody agrees or not, I don't know. But anyway, so there's that. And then there was it along the same kind of lines. There was a law signed in. Well, not along the same kind of lines, but I guess in that kind of general thing where any kind of child laws are kind of getting focused on lately. Big thing is like any kind of LGBTQ kind of thing, which is a lot of conservatives are going, well, we're protecting the children from this kind of thing. So Montana signed a law to define sex as only male or female. So like your sex is male or female, which to be fair is when people are like transgender, they go, my sex like is male at birth. Like that's what I was, that's their like, sex is male or female. They're like, okay, cool, but gender is this fluid thing, right?
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing. What about the people who were born with, both? The very, it's obviously like a slim circumstance, but like
it does happen. But I think
it does happen.
I think when that happens though, they go based off of the way the insides are. You know what I mean?
Oh, like if they got like a uterus or whatever.
Yes. Then I think they make a decision based off of that.
Yeah.
Because
So, go ahead.
I feel like if not, if you don't make a decision, then they just have both for no reason, and one of them is just there and it's extra and whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I still feel like, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You're
I still feel like though that this is gonna make the like ultra like left freak out about it.
Yeah. Well, like, that's what I was about to get into.
Okay, go. Yeah, fuck my bad.
There's a quote from somebody who was testifying against legislation on behalf of the Human Rights Campaign.
Okay.
They said the Montana bill is an attempt to erase trans, non-binary, and two-spirit people from the code, thereby removing their rights, privileges, and considerations that trans, non-binary, and two-spirit people have under the law. Now you're gonna go, hey man, what's two-spirit, right? Or maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Because when I read that, I was like, what?
I've never heard of that either. Yeah.
Two-spirit is a Native American term for people who, with both male and female spirits, which is kind of interesting. You know, you can, I don't know. I like to look at different cultures and like how they kind of view things, because there are a lot of cultures that are like very fluid, I guess is kind of a good word for it, but there are cultures that don't really care one way or the other. And then there's some that like, okay, we have this and this, you can have overlap. And then they have like this, where it's, you know, we have both. So it's two-spirit. And that's kind of interesting. And I never really thought about that particular one, but Montana being, you know, very sparse on people, and I'm pretty sure there's a few.
I would say that state's probably super red.
lands. Yeah, well, no, it is for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and they're also the ones that banned TikTok. Remember, on government devices, like a month ago.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So along this line, in this bill specifically is not just about defining sex as male or female, because they also lump some other stuff in, which is, you know, I think this is what the person was talking about, where they're, you know, erasing trans, non-binary people from code, to ban gender affirming medical care for anybody who's transgender minors. And like I feel like this gets confused a lot, where people are like, oh, well, they got this kid that thinks they're the other thing, and so they're gonna chop them up and blah blah blah. It's like, no, it's kind of like, you know, if just people talking to you about the options and seeing if this is like, you know, you need maybe some hormone balancing kind of thing, or like if you want to go this route, doing this kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we can't do that.
See,
because then we're building robots.
I think you have to first, like with legal precedent, come out and say that your sex can only be one or the other. Fine, you can, your gender can be a multitude of things, but like at the end of the day, you're either born a man or born a woman. I don't feel like that's wrong to say. And if you identify another way, once you whatever, then fine, go for it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's such a hard topic that I fucking never.
And there's just so much information, because it's like I feel like every day there's more like studies that are kind of being released, and you're like, okay, well, first of all, I have the reading aptitude of a fucking third grader, so like, and like, you know, and I try to, so basically where a lot of like my knowledge comes from is from people who understand it better than me and can kind of digest it and like spit it back to me in like a healthy way. But,
layman's terms.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a couple famous people who died, notably Tina Turner.
Yeah, I seen that. Yep.
Which 83, that's a pretty good run.
It was
especially for somebody.
It was cancer too, wasn't it?
It just says, yeah, it was. But it just, in this article that I have pulled up, it says long illness. But I remember reading in something else. It was like a I can't remember which one, but it was, yeah. Anyway, yeah, 83 Trailblazer. I'll never forget her in Beyond Thunderdome. Mad
Dude,
Max.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was really good in that, yeah.
Yeah, she kicked ass. And then also Ray Stevenson, who played he was in Thor, but he is also like, I think the role that I think of him from like quickly is the other guys with fuck, Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. He plays the security lead, the British security guy who like is chasing after
Yeah, yep.
the rich dude.
He
He's
di-
like trying. Yeah, he died.
What?
Yeah, he's only 58.
I don't
and
say
nobody
he's-
said anything about his cause of death yet.
No.
Yeah, and he was gonna be in the Osaka show.
Osaka.
Yeah, the Star Wars
Oh, Ahsoka.
Ahsoka. Sorry.
Yeah, get it right. Come on.
Fuck, dude. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess he voiced in Star Wars Rebels and 2 episodes of Clone Wars too, which I didn't know that. But anyway, R.I.P. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have. What do you want? You want like a real life story? You want like a crazy story right now?
Let's go. Let's kick it up a notch. Come on.
Kick it up a notch.
Yeah.
Okay, so we didn't talk about this because it happened before. I don't know what were we doing in 2018? Did we have a podcast? I don't know. So in 2018, 15 sailors aboard the USS Ronald Reagan were busted in a drug ring, distributing and using LSD and ecstasy, which, fuck yeah, get it, boys. Weirdly enough, of the 5 that went to court martial, 5 went to court martial, 10 received non-judicial punishment. 4 of the 5 pleaded guilty, and then oh, maybe I'm mixing up the numbers, but oh yeah, all but one of these sailors was in the nuclear reactor department. So all of them except for one were nukes, and I think that's hilarious. But anyway, so I bring that up because there's a new investigation on the same ship, and they are investigating an undisclosed number of sailors for alleged drug use, possession, and distribution.
God damn.
Which I'm like, what the fuck is going on in the old Ronald Reagan? And also hilarious that it's the Ronald Reagan because Nancy Reagan's whole "Don't Say No" campaign was like the biggest thing in the 80s, you know?
It was huge, yeah.
So I thought that was pretty funny. But it's, I guess, still pretty early because they're not talking about any kind of extent of like what the drug was, substances involved, or anyone that has been arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah. But God, how crazy is it that fucking 15 of them in 2018 were like busted doing that shit on the carrier?
Wow, man. That's insane.
Now, the thinking part of my brain wants to go, well, if all of them except for one were nukes, were they just making shit? Were they just making the stuff? You
Just
know what I
making the
mean? 'Cause they're
drugs?
smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what kind of tools they got down there, but how funny would that be?
I don't.
Kinda sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you been paying attention to the writer's strike going on?
The writers' strike, like on a
A writer, yeah.
They write things or they ride
Yeah.
things.
So the Writers Guild, or writer,
Yeah, I gotcha.
of America has issued a strike. And there's more than a dozen unions that have joined them in solidarity, including the United Teachers Union, Service Employees International Union, Screen Actors Guild, ALFTRA, and more. But basically, so this happened, I don't know if you remember, but this happened like, I don't know, 15 years ago. Like, there was a writer strike in the mid 2000s.
Okay.
And now there's another one. And so, yeah. And more than 10 years. So, more than 10 years ago. Anyway, writers are pushing for better pay, mandatory staffing, increase in streaming residuals, a ban on the use of AI, and more, saying that half of all writers are currently earning scale, the bare minimum of their contract. They also want higher contributions to their pension plan and health fund. So the strike is impacting programming shows, shutting down productions on television shows, film sets, late night talk shows, and more. So this happened before, and with this happening before, there was a big uptick in reality TV.
Okay.
So now we're just going to get a bunch of new shitty reality TV shows. So I just want everybody to remember this moment. and if you're like, why the fuck is all this stupid, like, shitty Kardashian 2.0 stuff coming out? It's because writers want to get paid properly. And I've seen, like, famous, like, John Mulaney is probably one of the more famous writers in my mind because he wrote for SNL.
Yeah.
And now he's, big comedian, but he started out as a writer. I'm sure he was doing stand-up on the side. But anyway, he's like one of the names that's like, I've always, writer rooms are always been close to my heart. Like, so I support this, and there's a lot of celebrities kind of joining in on that. So, and it's still going. I can't remember when it started, but it's still going on right now as of this last weekend. So May 2nd, I found out.
Yeah.
I just scrolled up a little bit, but anyway. And, in that thing they mentioned, they want to prevent people from using AI and things of that nature, which I found pretty interesting because that's something that's, like, kicking up in popularity. A lot of people using, like, ChatGPT and stuff like that.
Yeah, and even Snapchat has an AI.
Yeah, which I haven't really interacted with it, but I don't really interact with ChatGPT either, so it's just not like something that I'm like, oh, yeah, like what? At least that person or the AI will respond to me. So
right, yeah, that's whenever no one responds to my like messages, I just like I text AI because they respond immediately, and I feel.
What are you doing?
Just hanging out. No, have you watched any new shows?
Not particularly anything like brand new.
Yeah.
We were watching the newer season, or the newest season of Rick and Morty this weekend, but
okay.
I haven't actually watched any like brand new shows now that I'm thinking about it.
So there's a new show out, and it's
there always is.
Well, this is really good.
Yeah.
So the first season is free on Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it for free, no issues. It's called From, From.
Okay.
And the second season is coming out, but it's on MGM Plus. So watch the first season, and if you like it, go for it.
Yeah.
I have been watching the second season on an undisclosed website. Whatever. Amazing.
MGM
It is
Plus, obviously.
Obviously MGM Plus. It is an amazing show. If you need something to watch, you're like, God, I don't know what to do. Watch it. It is so good. Yeah. It's from the writers of Lost, and it 100% has.
I have heard about this. Yeah.
It's so good. On top of that, there's a new just Prime show called The Citadel about spies. It's different. I like it.
Yeah.
Check it out. Ted Lasso. I think I've talked about this a couple times on the show. Ted Lasso is super good. The new season is out. Watch that shit. You're not going to be upset. If you've never seen it, then there's 5 fucking seasons. So get in there. Yeah. It's a great show. I seen previews for it multiple times, and I was like, why would I care about a soccer coach?
Yeah.
It's really good. They really
three episodes in and you're just crying. Like,
dude, well, because so here's what happened to me. So when I was on deployment, I started therapy, and towards the end of my therapy there, because I was coming back home from deployment, my counselor was like, or my therapist was like, Ted Lasso really covers actual like issues in the show.
Yeah.
And she's like, and it's funny. So it's not, you're not bombarded with like just sad, whatever the entire time. The show is funny and they cover real issues that people all face. So
right.
You should check that shit out.
Yeah. I love Ted Lasso. It's good shit. There is like a definite like, there's, you know, mental health, like positive shows. And sometimes they do get a little like, a little preachy, a little too hardcore. And you're like, all right, man, I don't want to be sad all the time. So, in kind of lieu of the writer's strike,
sorry,
I no, you're good, absolutely fine. In lieu with that, it's a different story, so you're okay. Netflix is announcing their password sharing crackdown is going to be rolling out in the United States. It's going to begin to send emails for members who are sharing their account information outside of their households. They announced this last Tuesday. And members who are subscribed to the standard or premium plans, which $15, $50, and $20 per month, respectively, will be allowed to share their password outside their household for an additional $7.99.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So you can pay $28 a month, and then you can share it with fucking whoever.
See, this is horseshit, man.
Fucking rude. And also, the writers are on strike, and this is what you're worried about. Like Netflix, maybe write some better fucking shows.
Yeah, they're on the downslope, dude. Because
they're fucking up.
There's not a lot of good shit coming out of Netflix. I'm gonna tell you right now. Like the amount of times that I watch Netflix has gotten less and less in the past couple years. I haven't watched
it in probably a month or so, and like the only times I have, it's been to rewatch old stuff that I've seen already.
And they got rid of The Office, so fuck them.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's what they're doing, and they were actually gonna do it in the United States. So anyway,
all right,
not gonna be me, not getting me.
Well,
shit.
Now,
I mean, granted, I don't share it with anybody. It's literally just mine, but like, dumb.
Well, so to be fair, and I'm glad no other streaming services care, but like. My grandparents, you know, like they don't leave the house very often, like they whatever. I share all of my logins with them. You know what I mean? I bought them
help them set up and everything.
I bought them brand new smart TVs, and I put all of my apps on their TVs, and I was like, you know, my brother did it the first time when I went home on transfer leave before I came out to Washington. I helped my grandfather set up my grandma's TV because she's in a different room because she can't get back to the room that is their like master room anymore because she has problems walking. But like they don't pay for cable anymore because I already pay for streaming services that they can just use. Yeah. And they can just watch whatever the fuck they want. And so for Netflix to do this, it's kind of stupid, man. Like you're getting a shit ton of money from us. I pay for the premium service. I'm not going to give you $7 extra a month. I'm just going to figure out a way to help them out in a different way. Fuck you.
Yeah. It's wild.
Because you know who isn't bitching about sharing passwords? Disney Plus, Hulu, Prime.
Well, funnily enough, it's quite the opposite because
oh shit,
when Netflix no like in a funny way because Netflix had announced that they were doing this, and I think Hulu and Prime, their official Twitter accounts, went back and found Netflix's tweet about love is sharing a password. Like that's what, like an old tweet that they had. And they had like replied to it recently, and like I think the Amazon one was like a bunch of accounts, and it was like you could share your password, like every word or every person was a different word, and it was like you can share your password with everybody. Like, and they're just trolling them.
God, dude, yeah.
I'm like, that's hilarious. Like, obviously, why wouldn't you though? Because that's a dumb way to do it. But yeah.
All right, well, now time for your favorite segment of the show, because if you're still listening, this is what you were waiting for.
Yeah.
All right. The top 10 albums of the Billboard 100. Number 1, you already know. One Thing at a Time, Morgan Wallen. That's right, because it's good. All right, just listen to it. All right, number 2, Midnights by Taylor Swift. Get out of here, Taylor. Stop it. You're on my shit list. Get out.
Jesus. She's like your new Olivia Rodrigo, or what?
100%, dude.
Yeah.
Debuting at number 3, The Album by Jonas Brothers, which is a really lazy title. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Real lazy. Debuting at number 4, Richest Ope, which I'm pretty sure means richest opponent.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Stop.
Yeah. Young Boy Never Broke Again. I like it. You know, it's better than the album. So
The album. Yeah.
lazy as fuck. All right. At number 5, SOS by SZA. Number 6, Dangerous to Double album, Morgan Wallen. Still has not fallen out of the top 10. All right. Just saying. But there's a lot of albums this week. So at number 7, debuting religiously, the album, Bailey Zimmerman. So take out the album. You could just say religiously. All right.
Just religiously. Yeah.
Which Bailey Zimmerman is good. I've heard him. I like his music. Good for you.
Never heard of it before.
He's a country artist. Okay. But just say religiously. You don't have to say that, because the prompt, the way it's listed is religiously, period, the album, period. Like, all right, chill, dude.
Okay. What's so passive aggressive about it?
Yeah, just say religiously. You know what I mean? Like, we get it. You like the big man? That's cool. Whatever.
You like the big man.
Number 8 is a re-entry. I'm not sure what exactly that means, but Random Access Memories by Daft Punk. So
Hell yeah.
I guess the club is bumping recently.
Has to be.
Number 9 is Minus Sign by Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
And then number 10, Lover by Taylor Swift. So, you know what? Actually, you know what? Hats off to you, Taylor. 2 albums in the top 10. Only the best are up there. You and Morgan Wallen should do something, together. Release a song together. Maybe not about... Fun. It would actually probably be really good. Maybe don't cry about your ex at the same time he cries about an ex.
Oh my God.
It'd be too much crying about an ex.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but who's not in the top 10 for the first time in a while?
Oh, what? Who?
Look at number 11.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Un Viernes Sin Ti by Bad Bunny's at 11. Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Rip. Actually, it's got to be a good album. I mean, it was in the top 10 for a long time.
Yeah. Well, fucking 54 weeks, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a whole year and change. Right?
I mean, it's not as good as 123 weeks, but
yeah. Or 195 or
oh god, damn.
Or 147 at number 14. It's fine. Or 440 at 19. Look at that. 1989.
Chill out, Taylor. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You have too much money. Please do something else. Insane. Maybe start a chain of restaurants, dude. Like, fuck, chill.
Yeah, like Bubba Gump or something.
Try out that.
But I like the idea of her having a shrimp restaurant.
Try out that rapping career again, because that first song really bombed.
Let's do it. Get her back. Have Rick Rubin produce it.
Oh my God. All right. We want to thank our friends, the Dutch and Denver podcast, the No New Friends podcast, the Kicking It with the Kellys in the Remedy Room.
Yeah.
God. Yeah. Dutch is going strong. He streams twice a week. Get in there. Give him a listen. He still religiously follows us. I get messages from him all the time.
Hell yeah.
All right.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. I've had enough. Peace out, bitches.
Tip your bartender.